From Black Ops? What?
so if you, let's say you spent all this money to get all these weapons that are locked in the reserve crates.
What, sweetie? Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay. Alright, let me get the link out.
Anyway, you... Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Not like we're doing anything. Oh, ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, we already got one viewer. And I haven't even gotten the link out. You guys are totally ready. You are on top of this. And I appreciate you. I see.
Anyway, so...
Hold on. Let me get
okay.
Go ahead. Talk your thing while I fill some time while I'm doing this.
So what I was saying was the way they made it pay to win is if, let's say, you spent all that money on those reserve crates to get those new weapons, if you go to that weapon locker and you own those weapons in multiplayer, you are guaranteed to find that weapon in the box. So it's basically pay to win. So, like, for example, the S6 Stingray is like a melting assault rifle.
Yeah.
Well, instead of just randomly picking it up, if you find that crate, you can get as many of those weapons that you own out of that locker.
Right.
So yeah, it's. But the contracts seem really cool. They initiated contracts in this newest patch, which is similar to what you have in Infinite Warfare, like I was talking about, but also pay-to-win mechanics.
What is going on? Jesus fucking Christ! There we go.
It's also pay-to-win mechanics, so it's like, are you fucking serious?
Right. Okay, almost got my shit together, guys. Just tweeting it out to all the Twitters. Tweeting the Twitters. All right, Adam. Yeah, the tweets. All right, say something again, Nate.
Say something.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Okay, we got.
Thank you very much.
Well, Adam, we see you. Danny, we see you. What's to say? Ask me anything. What happens to TX3 of the radio doesn't take off? Back to podcast. Will not ask you anything.
Nice.
Yeah, I know. So we'll definitely get. I'm gonna let you finish. But we'll definitely get into that. But we definitely wanted to start off slow, and you're getting kind of hard. If I can be just honest, you're coming in hot. Okay, I don't appreciate that necessarily. Okay, just kidding. I mean, short answer: we're gonna still do podcast. The samples were really just kind of the kickoff, if you will. You know what I mean? Like, it was just the kickoff of this style of podcast making. You know, obviously the end goal will be to make it a radio station, and you go online, you have your radio station, yada, yada, yada. You know, so now you can listen to it on your phone, in your car, you know, hook it up to your, whether it be Bluetooth or whatever, hook it up to your speakers. And so now you're listening to it like a radio station in your car. They're coming in fast, guys. But that would be the main goal at the end. But for now, as far as like what TX3 is in the future, well, this is the future. You know what I mean? The future is now. As gay as that sounds, or as, you know, dumb as that sounds. Sorry, not politically correct of me.
Yeah, damn it, Nick.
Yeah, that is kind of what TX3 is going to be moving forward, is the radio style, and the samples were just a kickoff. This is just the kickoff of what we're going to do. So you can still expect, you know, our new shows. You can still expect you know, Hubcast to keep going on. All our shows are going to keep going on, but really it's just, you know, what capacity, you know. So I mean, definitely want to get back to having kind of like having some type of a news show, have some type of a, you know, just hanging out show like our morning grind or whatever, and that'll keep going. And it'll basically just be like an ongoing commercial, basically.
Also,
What is this? What is? Hold on. What is Liffer? Liffer? I don't understand. Life. Ugh. What platform you think of streaming on when you guys go live via app or internet? That's still in the air. There's definitely some apps that we want to go. I want to go over your questions, Adam. I definitely do, because I know out of all the people, you're the one who needs to like get to bed and shit. But I definitely did want to start off with some like, you know, hey guys, how's everything going? So if you wouldn't mind, I'm gonna go into that. Hi Nate, how are you?
I'm dead inside like normal, but other than that, I'm fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Um. Go ahead.
Well, before another thing I wanted to add on to what you were saying as far as the samples go is kind of a little bit like behind the scenes kind of thing. Another way that and I think we share this. I don't think we've actually really talked about it per se.
Mm-hmm.
But another thing you can look at it for Adam and everyone else is like a tool, not like a tool, like a hey, this what's like a portfolio thing.
There you go.
Like, hey,
I like that.
Hey,
yep.
we did this. Like, this is
we
kind
did
of a
this.
sample. This is kind of a sample of the kind of things that we can produce.
Yes.
So,
absolutely.
which also would lead to things like sponsorships and things like other people working with us and things like that.
Okay. All right. So I am going to ask for the questions to go ahead and slow down just for a little bit, because, yeah, we want to get through everything, and we'll open you guys back up for questions in a little bit. And that's just so that we can also kind of go over, like, I'd like to go over, for instance, I'd like to go over, like, how we personally thought it went and what we personally thought of it. So you guys can kind of see where we start at the beginning of the conversation. Then after all the questions, after all the feedback from you guys, hopefully, then you can kind of see where we end off. You know what I mean? Does that sound good?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay.
You know,
all
I'm
right.
for the ride.
You just along for the ride, that's all it is. Okay, so, big question, you know, but it's a more personal question for us. How do you think it went? Let's figure out what we're doing first. Maybe we get something on the map and it's like far away. Here we go. Let's just get some shade text. So I'm just going to randomly populate those, and then you can just like let me take point, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so yeah, overall,
God, you picked 2 miles away. Holy shit!
Well, like I said, I want it to be. It's 0.5 kilometers. Calm down. Oh jeez. Oh, I thought that was a bad guy.
Fuck you and your metrics, Nick.
Anyways, so what do you think? How do you think it went? You know, what's your synopsis on the situation?
Well, like, it was definitely something interesting. It's one of those that it was kind of a cool, surreal thing because, like, we of course recorded these out of order. You know, we recorded them, a lot of them ahead of time. So to see it kind of like finally like come to like fruition, the finished product was really nice to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the biggest thing there. As far as like, it's definitely something I had fun doing for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'm gonna let you take over because me familia is calling me. So you go ahead.
Okay.
And give your answer.
All right, so I'll give my answer. My answer is like from a running shit point of view, I felt like it definitely could have gone better. Like, I wish there could have been some way for us to foresee the upload problems that we had. Because obviously we had, you know, day one, we're supposed to be launching, here's some upload problems. You have upload problems. You have upload problems. But I mean, it really is, because I don't think there's many people out there who do 8-hour chunks. So there was really no way for us to, you know, what's the word? Test for that. You know, which really sucked for you guys, because it's like, obviously we're trying to get stuff to go, and we're trying to, you know, we're excited about it. You know, like Nate said, to actually have it happening, and like, oh, okay, you know, and we kind of did the same thing where we listened to the tastes that we gave our patrons, and we kind of looked at them, and they're like, oh, okay, and we got to see what this could be like. And so for it to finally like come to that point, and it was like, oh no, just kidding, and then it was like, oh, come on, really? So, oh my Jesus, I didn't realize that low on health. So it definitely made for a very stressful start of a situation, because it was just like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, here we go. So that kind of sucked. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like I would go to my phone 3 or 4 times an hour and just be like, okay, is it up on Spotify yet? No. Is it up on Apple yet? No. And it was just like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. This was a mistake. Oh my god. You know, as you do when you... But then once we started getting a little bit of a flow, it was nice. Like, our first episode was actually probably our best episode, just because, like, you know, we did have that foundation and everything. And then, you know, as life does, life happens. And we started having kind of problems with scheduling, problems with, you know, this and that. So it's like we didn't get... Our first episode is technically the only episode that we got, like, a full episode out. After that, we started kind of having some problems. So we didn't have a nightly nerdy news, you know, on one. And then obviously our last one...
Yeah, it was definitely a larger undertaking than we kind of anticipated.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. And then the other part is, you know, someone who shall not be named. We were supposed to have some extra help. Didn't end up getting the extra help that we hoped for. And it kind of threw us for a loop. I ended up having to do a lot more work than I was anticipating because of that. So yeah, it kind of put us in a pickle, because Andrew Hunt, oh hey, I haven't played Division 2 in a while. Have you hit the specializations yet, Nick? No, I have not. I have not hit that yet.
Alright, hold on. You keep talking. My mic keeps cutting in and out, so give me 1 second.
Okay, yeah, no problem. So what was I saying last? I was saying something. Oh, yeah, somebody had some problems, I guess. Couldn't help out as much as they wanted to. And so, yeah, that kind of threw everything for a loop, and I ended up doing probably double the amount of work. Oh, it's the Overtaker. Okay, thank you. Just letting you know, we're kind of going through stuff, and we'll open it up for more comments in a little bit. Okay, buddy? So yeah, I ended up doing way more work than I thought I was going to, which ended up messing with the overall structure. You know, I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like everybody still gave their 100%, you know, and we still put out a good product. It just, you know, it's hard coming from, like, maybe not a managerial position, but like as a leader, you know, I want to put out the best thing. I want everybody to be doing the best they can, and also I want to be there. You know, I want to be there, and I want to be as understanding as possible, and just be like, all right, what can I do? You know, because it's not just about me, and it's not just about my vision. We got to make it our vision and everything. So it was definitely just, it was definitely like kind of interesting. let's just put it at that, because yeah, our first one went pretty good, other than the upload problem, you know. Oh jeez.
By the way, Nick, where I'm at, here, I'll drop a waypoint. Because where I'm at's got some good loot.
Oh, jeez, I'm getting like creamed on.
Alright, I'm coming, giggity.
Yeah, you are.
So, like, for me, I guess the biggest issue that I had, per se, was more in relation to you guys, especially the patrons, because, like, that's something we definitely didn't account for.
Yes.
Which I know sounds, like, really kind of shitty to say, but it's definitely true. Like, when we thought about this, radio project, like, long before we instituted the, Patreon. So,
true, yeah.
Like, it's one of those that we didn't really have a concept or an idea for anything with it. And it's one of those things like we probably could have put up some of those like we've been doing, like the late night editions, but with the work that we were having to do for it that we weren't anticipating the amount, it became really difficult. Because that was one of the and I hope you guys enjoyed like the outlines and stuff that I was making, because I enjoyed doing that. Like, it was really fun. You know, like I was even showing my grandmother the other day because they were wanting to see, like, the work, like they were wanting to look up real quick. Story time.
Story time.
When my parents had come up to visit, and while I was getting off work, they were trying to pull up the podcast stuff on YouTube so they could, you know, watch me podcast.
Oh.
And I was like showing them the different like the overlays and stuff that I'd made.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know, stuff like I was like, this is cool. And then I showed them the in-game episode. I was like, this one I'm really proud of. I was like, the image I didn't make, but like the look I really tried to focus on. And so like I started to show, like, it was the very beginning whenever I was playing with the Infinity Gauntlet, and my grandma was like, oh, I thought you were about to give me the bird. And I was like, no. But like immediately as I pulled the phone away was when I started jacking off with the Infinity Gauntlet. So I'm like, oh my god, thank God I turned away. But yeah, that's the biggest thing. Yeah, in here. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that I probably wasn't the happiest with, was not being able to do like our normal Patreon content like we have been doing.
Yes, yeah.
Like we had been doing.
And I would have gotten there if you just would have let me, because the hardest part about things not going your way, we're not the biggest channel. We're not the biggest channel. We're not the most prestigious by any means. You know, as far as, how many patrons we have. We only have 3 of you. So it's like, if we're going to fuck up, we should fuck up. Where is there a fucking gun, dude? That thing? Oh, it didn't open. Yeah, there's not a... Anyways, but if we were ever going to fuck up, we fuck up when there's only 3 of you versus 20 of you. However, that's not the mindset that me and Nate personally have. It's like we take everything we say very seriously, and it stresses us out when it's like, here's this promise A, and, not only do we take that promise seriously to ourselves, so even though you guys might not have known the exact, like, structure and how we wanted to do stuff, even though we gave you guys a pretty good outline, even though you might not have known what the final product is, it's still like, it's very hard on us, because it was like, we want to put out this, and it's like, well, let's just put this out, and, but that's what you guys deserve. And it's like, we are the hardest on ourselves, and it's because of all you guys and the people who do listen to us. Whether or not you give us money at the end of the month or beginning of the month or whatever, doesn't really matter. What matters is that you do come back on a regular basis. And it's like, we're so hard on each other that, because we know how much you guys, like, you could be somewhere else. You absolutely could find any other, people with, like, way more subscribers than us, way more prestige than us, but you guys decide to come back to us on a deer.
Watch out.
I got the deer. I think I got it.
Yeah, don't worry about the enemies that are there,
Oh, shit.
I love this sniper rifle.
Anyways, but yeah, I think that is part of the biggest reason why it was such a letdown. Because it's like, unless I would say something, which is just not my character at all.
These guys over here?
Unless I didn't say anything, you guys probably wouldn't have known that there was anything. But I'm so transparent, and I want you guys to know everything and the whole process and everything. So it's like I let you guys know, and it's like, hey, something went wrong. Like I said, it is just very much like we're hard on ourselves because it's like we give a fuck. We give a goddamn. That's what we do.
Oh shit! I forgot these get hard.
Yeah, that's okay. We got
also,
this.
shout out to the Overtaker for the sniper rifle tip, because I finally got one that was above 20, and this shit kills, literally. It would help if I would, like, be able to hit my shots.
That's usually step one. I mean, any of his tips really don't do any good if you don't actually hit your hits. Hit your hits, and misses your misses. Speaking about the misses, hey-oh! Are you stick back there, up front guy? So, hey Nick, you're having some weird mic drop and peaks. Oh geez, thank you for letting me know. Am I still having them? It might just be because my cord's a little bit too close or something. Can you hear me just fine, Nate?
Yeah, I heard your dropouts a little bit more than your peaks.
Yeah? You like my peaks though. We did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray! But hey, that's why Danny is a freaking mod. Because he pays attention to shit like that. He makes sure that I'm sounding the best I can.
Hey, go gather those resources behind there.
Because I'm the best around.
Around!
Nothing's ever gonna cut me down. What am I doing?
There's resources over here.
Resources?
Water and other stuff that they dropped, yeah.
Where? Did I already grab it or something?
On these buckets you may have.
Oh, geez, there they are. Okay, I was just kidding. Testing you, testing you. It sounds better.
Okay,
it sounded like you were like moving away from the mic. I might have been, like, unintentionally. I think I might have been adjusting it. So, yeah, hopefully it's sounding good now. So yeah, I mean, I think we answered like how we liked it, you know. Obviously the experience, and here's the truth about any kind of content creating. So if you're thinking about, oh, I want to do a podcast, here's the truth about any kind of content creating. Creating the content is the best part. Like talking with Nate and just talking like we're a couple of buds, just, you know, dicking around and stuff. Like that's the funnest part. You know, it's just once that content is created and you have to perfect it, you have to make it something rather than just two guys talking, you know. So, yeah, making the content and picking out the music that we were going to put on it, you know, those steps were like the funnest and also like the most nerve-wracking. Alright, you got some guys on that side. Get on this side of the wall.
Nah, I'm Rambo, motherfucker.
Yeah. Suppressed. Bitch. Gotcha, bitch. Alright. So, but yeah, that's it. Oh, hey, you're down apparently. I gotcha. Holy fuck me!
Yeah, that's what I said. There's a guy right there.
Got him. Whee! 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 Whee!
There's some will you, like, take care of those guys or get me up?
Well, which one? I can only do one at a time. You better stim yourself.
You're going to die.
I'm alright. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Immediate medical assistance needed.
I got this. I got this. Have some faith. Have a little faith in me. Surprise, motherfucker! Gotcha. Alright. So, what were we talking about? Pressing buttons from other video games. Oh, I hate when that happens. Let's see. So we went over this,
over there.
and oh, I see you. I got you. Whoa, he got me in one hit, dude. Okay, yeah, get down, get down. He might get you. I think you're exposed. Normally I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm almost to 30, so I'm like, yay.
Did we get that fucker? I think we did. Good job, Nate. So it was definitely not me. Hey! Get back here, you little fucker! Did I get him? Shit, I think he got away. Bastard. Anyways, let's see. Seems like you guys bit off a bit more than you can chew with how hard you guys hit Nerd Radio. Would you want to focus mainly on podcasts and edit those to be able to use for Nerd Radio also? Well, yeah, kind of like I was saying at the beginning. That's sort of the plan moving forward. You know, so now instead of doing 4 a week or whatever, we're only going to do 2, maybe 3 on special, occasions. But yeah, we are pretty much just gonna. That's gonna be the thing moving forward. Plus, we're gonna hopefully figure out ways to make it so it's not so not so hard moving forward. So, I mean, anything else we want to talk about, like just as a setup, you know? There was one thing I wanted to talk about. MavCop brought up a really good message. If you guys aren't on our Discord, so MavCop said this is going to be more critical than the past ones. A lot of the shows have the same feel. There is no way to tell them apart besides the topics. Part of that is the host of the shows are the same ones from other shows. The format and the music is similar, or is the same / similar as well. I noticed a few changes in music with the Zomcast, a little harder music, and I think it was a great fit. Thank you. As far as format of the show, they are still wide open, and that not a bad thing, but like I said, it makes them all feel like more similar, I guess, is what you're trying to go through. If the nightly news format was more straight reading news than 2 minutes each give a reaction, I feel that gives it more straightforward news format. So, I mean, first off, totally agree with like everything you're saying. You know, all I can do is, I never want to make excuses, but maybe give explanations. And so we've kind of already explained ourselves a little bit as far as the... Can I help you?
Anyway, it's serious. I just wanted to fuck with you.
But, you know, I kind of already brought up the fact that, like, you know, we were supposed to have a little extra help, and unfortunately we weren't able to. So as far as hosts go, like, it was not supposed to be, like, you know, only the 3 of us. It was supposed to be a little bit more. And that was also supposed to carry over with the music. You know, whoever was hosting was essentially going to be deciding the music. But because of one thing after another, I ended up doing about 95% of the editing, and so because of that, a lot of the music sounded the same. But I completely agree with that. In fact, like, I meant to make most shows have their own feel, but because of time and not really expecting things, you know, it kind of just, it fell to the wayside. So that's definitely something we want to look at for the future and make sure that we don't do that. You know, if anything, maybe the mornings can have a more like mellow feel, and so that's where the mellow, you know, music will take place. And then maybe time can be a little bit harder, whether it be the hard rock or, you know, just like the hard rap music or something. And could be like everybody's getting home from work, everybody's getting home from school, or if you're at college too, obviously everybody's getting home from school. So let's have a nice gaming session while we have nerd radio on in the background. So now it's like it's time to get you pumped up. It's time to get you, have this in the background while you're playing your game, and we want to amp you up. Then there was the thing about the news. 100% agree. There's definitely some, I want to say disagreements, but there was definitely some like formatting decisions that we had that I feel like, it would have gone a different way, and we were just kind of like, I think that's something we're definitely going to have to go over.
Some stuff to iron over, basically. But going to the
Yeah.
nightly nerdy news, I can agree with that, because whenever me and you recorded the last one, to me it felt like morning grind, but we needed to be more structured. Whereas
Yeah.
I could definitely see like it being like, all right, it's nightly nerdy news, and have it be more like a new show rather than
Yeah.
another
And originally,
podcast.
I think that was my vision for it. Was to have it like that, and I don't know, maybe it was just poor planning, and it's something we can definitely work on in the future, because that's obviously the point of the feedback, is that we want to take what you guys say and decide, okay, this is what we can change, like this is what we physically can change. So there's definitely some things I think we can do differently, about that. And then what was the other thing? I'm trying to get my hands on a Blue Yeti mic, by the way. Fuck yeah, man. Get that Blue Yeti mic. Let's see. So another thing I guess I wanted to bring up is the fact that it is sort of a sample. This was supposed to be the kickoff. And I kind of already talked... Oh, is there a radio over there? So I kind of already talked about that at the beginning, but I guess I wanted to give a little bit more context. And that is in the sense that this was supposed to be the kickoff for a lot of the shows. So like Nick and Nate's 90s Nostalgia, the new Zomcast, all these shows were basically kicking off for the first time. And so therefore there was a lot of the shows felt very similar, because we were basically introducing you to what the show could be. And so admittedly that might have been the wrong thing to do, because as you pointed out, it did make everything feel very much the same. Hey, I got a weapon over here. So that's definitely something I think just naturally moving forward will not be a problem anymore. Like first episode of Zomcast, I'll just use that as an example. First episode of Zomcast was just like, hey, this is what Zomcast is. Let's talk about zombies for a little bit. What do we think is a zombie? Whereas moving forward, each episode is going to be different, because it's like, today we're going to talk about, Dawn of the Dead and Resident Evil. So it's going to be a lot more structured in a sense. Versus, just being an introduction. And I could say the same thing about Nick and Nate's 90s Nostalgia. That was very much just, hey, this is what the show's going to be about, and let's just talk for a little bit. Whereas in the future, hopefully Nick and Nate's will be a lot more structured, in the sense that we'll have like specific topics to talk about. It was very broad in the sense of, hey, this is our intro episode, so let's just talk about the 90s in general. So that's why we kind of went with the subject of, hey, here are all the biggest things that happened in the 90s. So that's definitely why I think it felt very much the same. Each thing was just like, kind of a pitch, if you will. We were pitching these shows to you guys. Like I said, admittedly, that could have made them very dull. And I think that wouldn't have been as noticeable if it wasn't for the fact that all the music, like you pointed out, was very similar. So it's like when you hear Nick and Nate talking about random stuff, and then Nick and Nate keep talking about random stuff, but it's on a different show with very similar music, I can totally see where that was just like, oh, this is a different show. You know what I mean? Like, so I totally see where you guys were coming from. Or I mean, maybe not you guys. Maybe it was just Mavcop and he's just an asshole, and we just got to get used to him.
Right. So what I want to know, I'm asking you guys, what were some of your favorites and least favorite
Yeah,
shows? And you're
definitely.
probably gonna get to that, but I'll beat you to the
I
punch.
was
Haha.
going to, Hey, I guess you got to talk too, so gonna give you something to do.
Right. By the way, your mic is going in and out a little bit.
Okay, let me try like disconnecting and whatnot. Okay. Hopefully.
And I don't have the Twitch chat up. Here, I'll tell you what. Here, let me pull the Twitch chat up. Let me actually be a good person here. Do you have the link to the Twitch chat up?
Well, it's
Did
just
you
our
post it?
YouTube. And yes, it's on our Discord, so you can just click on the Discord.
Oh, I was on Patreon members. That's what it was. Got it. Ooh, who
Got
a Switch?
him.
Oh, you got a Switch.
Yeah, I got a Switch. Thanks for noticing, dickwad.
Finally. Finally.
I literally got it just for Zoe Ann. Like, so we got like right now the only games we have is Let's Go Eevee, Mario Kart 8, and Mario Odyssey. So like, yeah, that's
Now
literally
you gotta
all
play,
we have
Now you
on
gotta
it.
get either Celeste or The Messenger, because those are both perfect games for the Switch.
Oh, shut the fuck
And now
up.
hopefully that terminology doesn't offend you anymore, since you're
No,
a
it's
fan.
still gonna offend me because yeah, I'm probably never gonna take it out on the go with me. You know what I mean? Which I guess isn't necessarily what it's for, but anyways. All right, I'm heading to the north, or no, I'm heading to the west because that's where my next Shade Tech is. So, get my hands on a Blue Yeti. Okay, yeah, that was the last thing. All right, so let me check my notes because I mean there was definitely some things I wanted to make sure to address before we start the questions. Okay, yeah, I think we got to everything. So, before we officially open it up for more questions, here's kind of the rundown of the shows moving forward. The reoccurring ones, I definitely would like to see Morning Grind and Nightly Nerdy News. But I think for now we might have to call it something else until it is indeed Nightly Nerdy News. Because once again, it was just supposed to be a pitch to you guys. Eventually, if we become a radio station, it will be nightly. But, so yeah, we might have to call it something else, weekly nerdy news or something like that. Doesn't have as much of a ring to it, but,
What are you gonna do?
Ooh, Nerd News Direct, I like that. You're seeing the birth of ideas. So Morning Grind and Nightly Nerdy News, I feel like those are pretty obvious ones for our reoccurring ones. And then the main ones we want to know about are our mid-rolls. Those are the ones that were always the two in the middle, and those were the most varied. So those are definitely ones that we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear what you think about them. Which ones did you like? Which ones did you not like? So just as a way to kind of go over them, our mid-rolls were Zomcast, zombies obviously, Coach's Corner, Noob, which you didn't get to hear that, but basically Noob was, if you guys remember, we had nice experiences with buddies, so that's basically our multiplayer show. We wouldn't talk about just multiplayer games, we'd also talk about co-op. So like Division is a good one. It's got co-op in it. It's basically games that you can play.
Black Ops 4 a lot, I think, in that one.
Yeah, we talked about Black Ops 4, Dauntless, and Paladins. Those are the main ones that we talked about on that particular episode. But basically any game you can play with people. That's what Noob would entail. We'd just call it Noob, nice experience with buddies. So Zomcast, Coach's Corner, Noob, Sunday Spoilers, Hello There, which is the Star Wars podcast, and the Hubcast would continue to be one of our mid-rolls. It would also still be on its own channel as well. We're not going to make it only on, Nerd Radio. Just
yeah, and Hello There it's on its feed. It's the podcast that me and Anthony do for
True.
Star Wars. So we're using that. If we need to put those in for mid rolls, we can. So if you guys liked Hello There, you can. That's on its own feed. That's We just plug. We recorded our episode 2 commentary track
Nice.
for Attack of the Clones this morning, so that should go up soon-ish.
Yep. So those are the main things. Let me bring up the chat again because I haven't looked at it in a second.
Nothing new yet.
Okay, so those are all the mid-rolls and everything. So let's go ahead and open it up. We got to go this way, actually. Let's go ahead and open up the chat. So please start in with your questions. Start in with your feedback. You know, any of the shows that you liked, didn't like. What did you like about them? You know, obviously be nice. Be nice. We try our hardest. Dear!
Right, but if there is, like, me personally, if there is something like, God, you just demolished that deer.
I know, right?
You know, obviously don't be a dick about it, but if there's something critical, be critical.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I felt like
we know you
Mavcop
guys
did
aren't
it
gonna be a dick.
perfectly. Mavcop did it perfectly. He was very straightforward, but at no time did he make me feel like an idiot. You know what I mean? And I mean that's the important part about feedback. You know, letting us know what you think, but not saying something that's demeaning. So, whoa, shit behind us.
You take care of the back, I got the front.
Yep, I got it.
Giggity.
You're nasty.
The hitboxes for the cult members, the rushers, are so weird.
Yep.
Because, like, you won't
Alright, I'm coming to you now.
hitting them in the back, but the hitbox makes you want to think that the shield is all around them, even though it's just that front shield.
Oh, really?
Doesn't really make any sense, yeah.
Okay, we open it up to questions, and that's when you guys decide to shut up. You're killing me, guys! Either that or you guys are coming up with some really long questions.
By the way, I don't think I asked your opinion on this while we're waiting.
Yeah.
What do you think about the whole Dr. Disrespect thing?
Oh, the thing with the bathroom?
Yeah.
I can see it from his perspective where he's like, oh, this is bullshit. But at the same time, you filmed in a fucking bathroom. What the fuck, dude? Like, you're in a public place, public bathroom. In today's society, you honestly, like, are surprised you got banned? Like,
Detected.
I don't know. Him being all woe is me about it is kind of freaking stupid, if you ask me. Because it's like, oh no, you can't Twitch stream anymore, you poor thing.
Yeah, I'll say my opinion here in a second. Give me 1 second.
He's calculating. He's making sure he's got all his ducks in a row. That's what he's doing right now, guys. He wants to make sure that he has a formulated opinion, not just a hot take like Nick. Be like, fuck this guy. When somebody does something that stupid and then's like trying to make memes out of it and stuff like that and just trying to make a joke out of it, it's like, dude, you filmed in a bathroom. Like, I have no sympathy. I'm sorry. Like, if I filmed in a bathroom, I feel like I'd be smart enough to be like, you know what, that was fucking dumb. But at least from my understanding, I kind of gotten the impression that, like, he almost doesn't understand, like, oh, this is dumb and it's just, you know, Twitch trying to censor me or something like. And maybe I'm just, you know, maybe I'm getting my information from the wrong places or something, and I'm, you know, that's totally likely, you know. Are you just really popular today, Nate? You just, like, keep getting calls or something?
No, I'm trying to figure something out with finances.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. Sorry we bothered you. No, I'm just kidding. We've just fucked up your day. That's what happened. Deer! No, dog! Did I get him? No, I heard a yipe, so I thought I got him, but apparently I didn't. Where'd you go, you little fucker? Damn it. I missed him. Shit. I'm just mad now. I'm mad at myself, honestly. I let him go. He's gonna just carry the disease with him.
So as far as the Dr. Disrespect thing goes, for one, like there's a lot of people that are going like to the far like, you know, good, he should be banned for life. I'm like, well, no, I don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
definitely not
Like,
for
I
life.
think
I'll agree with
I
that.
think
Yeah.
that's stupid. And it's one of those things like
in proximity.
I watched a podcast where it's actually, you know, Nate Shot, the 100 Thieves guys, they do a podcast and they were talking about it, and they were like, yeah, that was stupid. That was really stupid. And it's one of those that they can't really pinpoint if that was like Doc's decision or not, because like at one point he tells the camera guy like, hold on a second, and the guy followed him in there. You know, so it's one of those that it's another reason why I don't like IRL streams. That's a popular thing with some people. I can't stand them. And even
Right.
Nate Shot from 100 Thieves, he was like, there's a reason why I don't do that. He's like, because I'm the type of person, and I'm the same exact way. That's why I don't like vlogging a whole lot, because I don't want to put anyone else out for content.
Ooh,
You know,
I see a purple thing somewhere. Sorry, go on.
That's my biggest thing. I don't want to put anyone out for content. You know, I don't want to be that guy with a camera in the crowd going, hey guys, what's up? This is blah 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 from blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
You don't want to Logan Paul it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I also don't get, like, I don't know, like, especially people like women who just like in real life podcasts and like literally they're just like at a bar and they of course have some skimpy clothes on. I'm like, do these motherfuckers not know what porn is? Like,
Right.
why are you so desperate to like talk to somebody, or, you know, quote unquote talk to somebody? There's so many things out there, but you're going to this like PG rated stream, you know. I mean, I guess it is the interactiveness of it, but I hate to say it, there's sites for that too.
Right, exactly. Oh god, it's a big guy.
Yeah, it's a big one. He's a big one. That's a car our greens took him out. Oh shit!
Oh god.
Fuck you!
That one hit got me. What the hell? I'm getting like yellows like all day.
Damn it! Oh, damn it, Bobby!
What rake are you non-scaled?
Non-scaled 21
Okay.
and up.
I think Andrew, I don't know. I guarantee you've hit specialization. Yeah, never mind. I don't know if you have the crossbow specialization, but like I feel like it'd be cool if they give us a bow and arrow option. Like the crossbow's cool because it's a gun, but bow and arrow would be super sick.
Be like super sick.
Super
All right,
sick.
guys. It is feedback time. We're not seeing anything. What's going on, buddy? What's going on? Do we still have you here? According to this, there are 3 people, but I think is 2 of them us?
One of them might be me.
Yeah. I think one of I don't know if it counts me or not, because I'm signed on as us. Right? I am? Let me go like this. Go, hey. Yeah, I'm signed on as myself. Or as us, so I hope it wouldn't count us.
Drinking water nearby.
Drinking water nearby. Do, 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 do,
Yeah, all the shade tech you're getting, I've already got.
Yeah, I imagine so. You've grinded a lot more than I have. But I grinded your mom more.
Heyo.
Why the name TX3 Productions? Oh, you weren't there for that, were you? I'm just kidding. TX3 Productions, the simplest way to put that is, when I was very first trying to come up with the name of it, like I was trying to think, you know, like, oh well, you know, I'm good at singing. Like I'm a bomb ass singer. Not gonna lie. I'm good at singing. You know, there's a part of me that wants to be like a comedian or actor, and I can't dance. but what was it? I think it was technically it was just the 3. Like, oh, I'm really good at that, and so trying to think of something, I'm like, oh, Threat X3. Originally, it was actually Triple Threat Productions. I kind of did a quick Google search, and Triple Threat came up with like this dancing studio. I mean, it didn't seem like a big dancing studio, so I think we technically could have got away with it. But just, for the sake of not, stepping on somebody's shoes, went with Threat X3 Productions, because it was like Threat times 3, Triple Threat, so it's still kind of the same thing. But then, like, I guess, like, the philosophy behind calling it that also is, like, kind of everybody has their own triple threat. Maybe you're really good at singing, and you're a dad, and you're a firefighter. So that's your triple threat. Or you're a mom, you're a boss, and you like music.
If you want, we could probably do, like, some kind of side mission.
Yeah, like this right here. Oh yeah, I was getting Shade Tech. Let me see, is there any more? Actually, there's one really close by, so let's get that. Where is it? Ah, it's this way anyway, so let's go. Just go past the target practice there. But yeah, that's pretty much kind of the birth of Threat X3 Productions. It was technically before Nate, so he didn't get any say in it. But also, I feel like, well, what do you think about it, Nate? Do you like it? No pressure.
Yeah, the only thing... the only thing oh, were you talking about in past tense?
No, I mean, like, what do you think about Threat X3 Productions?
Oh yeah,
as a name?
and I remember I told you, like, when I first got on. I don't know where the fuck you're. Okay, there you are. That's where you're going.
I'm just goofing.
The first thing, like, whenever we started the podcast with Rocky Mountain Slackers, like, the first thing I was like, I like it, and I like. I think the only thing I really told you was just like I would want to do something different with the logo, and then that's whenever, like, we
yeah,
got
that's
the
true.
for Threat X3 Productions. But I mean, it's unique. Like, I like Threat X3 Productions.
Well, I'm glad. So, now that we got the business talk out of the way... No, I'm just kidding. Well, I'm glad you like it, because obviously you're in it for life now, so...
Yeah, I'm stuck with it.
I'm stuck with it for life. But yeah, I do...
Said, when you're talking about dancing, like, I got Safety Dance stuck in my head.
S-S-S-S-A-A-A-A-F-F-F.
We can dance if we want to.
We can leave your friend behind.
Speaking of, I don't know if anyone here has watched Jack Ryan on Amazon yet, but it's really good.
Got him.
Really good, especially if you like any of the original, like, shit. Hold on, I need help.
God, yeah.
The Jack Ryan or Tom Clancy, like, films or stuff like that. Like, it's really good.
Got him.
Really good.
So I still really like my setup. I got my heavy machine gun, suppress them, and then go in with a fucking shotgun. Like a boss.
See, with my LMG class, I have the assault rifle on there, and that's just so I can use the shield.
You got the stairs over here.
Range.
Oh yeah, nice.
But yeah, right now I have the sniper on here. If I'm playing with someone else, then I'll do the sniper. That way, one person can give, like, suppressive fire, and I can
definitely
take shots.
Is this an echo? Yep.
Did he have anything good?
Hold on, Nick. Keep a lookout.
Well, anything?
Carrying a bunch of gear. A truck.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing sometimes would be, like, if I had somebody who was wanting to join the team and they didn't really like the name. They're kind of silly. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but, that's really just our production company. It's just we're Threat X3 Productions. So, I mean, if you don't like it, I mean, whenever you have a new person, you don't necessarily want to tell them too fucking bad, but, like, you always have to find the nicest way to put it, because it's like, well, too fucking bad. Like, are you here from the beginning?
Right.
No? Oh, okay. So why the hell should you have a say in that?
Control point. Proximity.
Like, even Nate, you. But if you told me that we couldn't call it Threat X3 Production, I'd be like, well, we get Threat X3 Production and then whatever the call it. But either way, it's gonna be Threat X3 Productions.
Yeah, you were giving me a shit ton of purples.
You're welcome.
Yellows.
Huh. Yellow. It's me again. Fell in love with you again. Okay.
One thing we might look at doing too would be maybe a radio feedback channel on the Discord.
Well, we
anyone
do
has an
technically
idea.
already have that, so.
The feedback. Well, yeah, I was talking about gearing it towards radio, so it's more like, you know. But
No,
yeah,
we do. We have nerd radio feedback.
Gotcha.
So.
Clicking down some
Not my
pictures.
fault, no one uses it. Oh, just kidding.
Friends
but not
on the
really.
internet, they don't answer it. No friends of mine.
We can roll if you want to.
True.
Did I get him? Did I get him?
React like I come from out of this world and
Hey. Yep, I got him. Ha 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 ha.
You can see.
Fucking die! Okay. Now I'm done with my rampage. Rampage! Ooh. We got the hard-hitting questions at the beginning because, you know, Adam was here. And now that all that's left is our moderator, he's just like, so why the name? So this is definitely part of the reason I was in Discord. I'm like, hey, who's coming? You know, don't want to be stuck there with, you know, one person.
Right.
Detected. The control point in proximity.
I also hope I didn't come off like too money hungry, but I was like literally just trying to be as honest as possible. It's like, hey, we know these guys, you know, out of all our audience, we know Danny, we know Adam, and we know Mavcop. We know these guys. Like, we talk to them on a very regular basis. So getting their feedback is as easy as saying, hey, Mavcop, feedback, and then he gives us feedback, you know, which is sort of what I was trying to get at. Do you think that's what I got across?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Watch out for that, because that's a sniper turret.
Ooh, sniper turret. Damn. Damn, son! Alright, so we got the shade tech in this area. What can we do now? Oh, okay, we got something right here. Alright, got it marked. Where are we going? We are going north. To the great white north. Huh. Did you see the one chick, the new chick on Men in Black International? She's like, they should call it like, what were they talking? She was basically saying that they should change the Men in Black to like, oh, People in Black or some bullshit like that. I'm like, really?
Like in the movie?
Yeah.
It's one of those that I'm gonna watch that when it comes to DVD because I would like
Oh.
to see it.
Yes,
But
indeed.
I'm not going to spend like maybe matinee price.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, even then, it's like, it's just nothing about it really stuck out to me. Like, oh my god, let me go see it. And then after that, I'm just like, ugh. Like,
Yeah, like,
I
it's one
get
of
the
those, like,
frustration.
I'm not letting
Yeah.
reviews like sway me from it because I know it's not going to be fantastic. But like,
Oh, yeah.
the third one was great. The third one was really, really good.
Really?
I
Really?
love the third one, especially because it did like a good story, like went full circle, you know.
Oh, I do like that. Yeah, that's a good point.
And I love Josh Brolin, and I thought he pulled off K really well.
Danny just said, sorry guys, taking care of the cat my wife found on the street. Okay.
Nice, nice. Nice.
Gotta get that pussy somehow.
Heyo.
It's a little kitten with like 3 types of worms. I mean, it sounds like you need to go fishing afterwards.
Jesus.
I'm terrible. I'm sorry. Lord, I apologize. No, I've had a dog with worms and I've had a cat with worms. Either way, not fun at all. And you just feel sorry for the fuckers because it's just like, you know, what am I gonna do? It's like I'm gonna give you this medicine and hope it works. And sometimes that's all you can do. So, yeah. And also, totally, it's not even your fault, Danny. It's just, unfortunately, I don't think we have enough people on the stream. So, I mean, we might have to do another one, if I'm being honest. Like, I really hope we can get...
That's the main thing we're wanting is just feedback. So we
right.
know what to change.
I mean, if we wanted to talk to you, we would talk to you. But ain't nobody got time for that, so...
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But yeah, I think we might have to do another one. I really hope. Like, okay, here we go, Danny. You ready for some hard truths, some behind the curtain and whatnot? I feel like part of the biggest frustration, and you know, you chime in if you need to, Nate. But I feel like one of the biggest frustrations I have with like content creating is like when we don't get feedback. Because it's like, sometimes when we do get feedback, and you remember that one episode of Apex Legends where we were talking about the bad reviews, and you know, we were trying to keep it light and everything, and talk about how we do genuinely want to change, but don't be an asshole like these guys. But, like, sometimes it can be super hard to have absolutely, like, no feedback or very little feedback. And then when we do get feedback, it's some fucking asshole going like, this is the worst podcast ever. These fuckers don't know what they're talking about. You know, I hate it when they say giggity because it's just annoying or whatever. Because it's like, we can have you and we can have Mavcop and Adam and we can have, you know, Suck at Trebek and we can have all you guys talk about how freaking, you know, oh, we love you guys or whatever. But it's like, yeah, when we have those feedbacks coming in that aren't so awesome, you know, and the problem is that because we're not super huge, those 2 or 3 people who are negative are technically like 50% because we just don't hear a lot of feedback, you know what I mean? So yeah, it can be really hard because it's just like we want feedback. We genuinely are willing to change. You know, I think that's the number one thing we've always tried to preach as far as like, hey, we're willing to change. I mean, to a certain extent, you know, we kind of talked about it on the one episode. It's like we can not say giggity so many times, but we can't just say we're not going to joke. Because me and Nate are friends, and we have fun with each other, and that gives us part of our charm, you know? So it's like, we can't say that we'll never joke, but we can definitely say, hey, if you want more serious stuff, we'll give you more serious stuff.
Right.
Right. Yep, fuck you.
Oh,
I'm attacking people.
I'm messing around with my fucking inventory.
Yeah, like a tool. Where's my patrol? There it is. Okay, yeah, I'm helping out these guys.
Yeah, Danny, I'm not sure with that either. Like, for me.
Hey, it's Harvest Sprite. You guys told...
Yeah, right.
You guys told to be serious? Oh, yeah, sort of. We were doing a podcast, Apex Legends Hubcast, and we joke a lot, obviously, and some people had a problem with us saying giggity. So, you know, It was like, okay, sure, we won't say giggity anymore. And it was very playful, you know, because we were pretty much just like, we'd say something, you know, an innuendo, and instead of saying, like, that's what she said, we would say giggity. And so, yeah, we had a couple people chime in, putting it so nicely, but we had a couple people chime in and just be like, you know, that's so, you know, cringy and blah, 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 or whatever. So,
Here's, by the way, like side note. Here's a really cool thing about this game and why it continues to be a perfect game.
ah! You scared me. You were like right there.
With the the submachine gun, for example, you've got like a center dot in between the reticle. When you're shooting, that dot bounces around where the bullet goes.
Yep, that's true. LOL, imagine being playful as a gaming podcast stream. I know, right? Like, how effing dare us? There were some hardcore people. And see, like, we said it near the beginning of the stream, we're totally okay with feedback, and we're totally okay with you guys telling us what you don't like. But when you go as far as to just be like, oh, so cringy, I hate you, or whatever, it's like, that's when it gets personal. You know, but if you say, like, if you go on Discord and you say, this is what I like about your podcast, this is what I don't like about your podcast, or whatever, and you're really nice about it, like, that's genuine feedback, and that's something that we can learn from, we can evolve our around that, but just being like, I hate your style of, oops, but you just being like, I hate your style of humor, it's like, well, I can't do anything about that. Because you obviously have a horrible sense of humor. Hey-o! And your life is just a bottomless pit of nothingness, you know? Like, we can't do anything about our sense of humor. We can maybe do it less, and we can try to be a little bit more profesh. But, yeah, at the end of the day, we're just a couple of guys dicking off. And we, of course, want to present ourselves in a professional manner. But we also know that part of our charm is us being ourselves. You know, and you can get your information about Apex or get your information about the newest video game coming out. You can get that anywhere. What you come for is us. You know, we can change certain things, but not enough. Would you cut it out, you silly goof? I know, right? Find a show that suits your humor, right? And it's like, it's not like we're the only freaking... I'm going to be an asshole here, but it's like, yeah, it's not like we're the only podcast out there that talks about Apex or video games, you know? Which, like I said, if it was genuine, like, feedback, that's the kind of stuff I want to pay attention to. And obviously we have to weed through it, like, what is feedback and what is just some guy being a dick. And so, that particular episode, that's kind of like why we went the more jokey route, is because it's like, these guys gave us a bad review on iTunes, which really affects us, and then they just kind of bounced. And it's like, well, I don't really care about your opinion because you're not man enough to say it to my face. Instead, you go online, you bitch about me, and then, you know, it's like, that's not the type of person I want to cater to. I want to cater to the people who are willing to stand out, who are willing to give us constructive criticism, and really, like, because me as a person, like, if I have... Perfect example. I started working at a Verizon place. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I started working at a Verizon store, and there was this guy, I found out he had a YouTube. And never met this guy before in my life. We started talking or whatever. I was like, hey, what kind of mic do you have? And he just said, oh, I just used the mic off my phone. I'm like, bro, that's not good. That's not good. Do you want a snowball mic? I don't even use it anymore. And so now this guy has a snowball mic because we just happen to be talking.
Yeah.
And he was extremely thankful and everything. And so, but it's like, but that's the kind of, it's the golden rule. I'm treating other people the way I want to. How do we get down there? I'm starting to get frustrated here.
What I was about to say is, my dinner is ready, and we got some TV to watch. So I'm gonna hop off the stream. But Coach is good to go. You just got to send him an invite.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Coach, you're the good old other Southern boy is going to swap out with me. I'll probably see y'all soon. Like he said, we're probably gonna do another stream. But appreciate the conversation, guys. And Nick.
Yep. See ya, buddy. Alright, so everybody watching, I'm just inviting the other guy, so that's why you might not be seeing me right now. So I'm just going to invite him. There we go. Alright, so now we're good to go. Alright, so I'm trying to get down here, and you would think that, like, right here, like, why can I not get here and then just jump down? But no, apparently I can't. So, like, I'm trying to talk and play at the same time, but also, you know, words are hard. Do I go this way? You know, I think I started going this way, and then... No, this is not it. But anyways, I hope that kind of goes off of what you were talking about, Mr. Or Mrs. Harvest Sprite. Oh no! We cannot chat due to Nat type. Crap. That's no bueno. That is no bueno. I hope you guys can still hear me on stream. That's no bueno. Okay, you can. Yeah. Darn it. Yep. Nat type is a bitch. I really do not appreciate it. Ah, dang it! I'm right back where I started! What was I saying? Something... I don't know. So hey, Harvest Sprite! If you're still here, did you have yourself a chance to check out our Nerd Radio? That's sort of the topic of today's stream. So, I mean, first off, thank you for joining us. But also, I just want to know, did you get a chance to look at it? And, you know, today we're basically trying to get feedback so we can try to, you know, change it if we need to, figure out what works for it, what doesn't work for it, and everything. I'm just going in a big circle again. But yeah, I would love to know. Did I hear Coach is joining the stream, or am I crazy? Well, you are crazy, but also, yes, he is joining. We're just having problems with Nat type. So I'm actually going to go, and I'm gonna put down my controller, figure out what's going on, buddy. No, I saw that. Try going in and back, out and then back in, you idiot. In and then out, yeah, whatever. Out, back in. Sometimes that works. Okay, so I need to have my screen again, so sorry for everybody watching, because I'm gonna... So as soon as he leaves the party, I'm gonna send him another invite. Come on, get out of there. Leave! Leave! He's not leaving yet. I guess I'll just wait for me to see the... whatchamacallit. I do like how... Oh, Harvest Sprite. I was on a trip for the past 6 days, but I have the website saved. Gotta listen to it in the next few hours, hopefully. Sweet! That would be awesome. I mean, we might not be streaming then, but for sure we have something. You're on our Discord, so there's actually a feedback for Nerd Radio in specific. So, I mean, if you want to give us some tips, tricks, and what you think of it or whatever, we would love to hear from you. Okay, so it's telling me to go that way. I obviously can't go that way, so let's go like this. We're gonna go... There we go, he left, so then let me go and invite him again. Invite player. Son of a... There he is. Hello. Nope. Darn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it! Sorry, Danny. I know you were looking forward to him because you obviously hate us, you jackass. But yeah, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to join us. He is with us in spirit, and I feel like sometimes that's enough. Sometimes that's enough. Hey, it's me again. Fell in love with you again. True dat, true dat, true dat. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know. Ah, see, here we go. I'm looking for that arrow, and I'm just like in the wrong spot, yo. That was the real problem. Now that I have the real problem, maybe I can find a real solution. Man, so how long we been on this biatch? A little over an hour. I feel like that might be good for now, especially since we're having technical difficulties with Coach and Nate has officially left the building. We might go ahead and take a knee, so to speak. Or maybe not. I don't know. What should I do? What should I do? You having fun, Danny? I mean, if you're having fun, as long as you keep going. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, there you are. Yep, fuck off. Can't get me here, bitch. Suck it and down, bitches! Oh shit. Here. Special delivery. Drinking water detected. Got a lot of shit I can do here. No! Oh, he's dead. He did, man. He did. You little fucker. That is a quick little fucker, ain't he? Dang it, for some reason my thing is not auto-scrolling down, so it's like you put in a message, but it won't scroll down for me. I want Coach. I want Coach too, damn it! But he also doesn't even have Division, because he's a weirdo, and he likes playing things like NBA. Oh my god, NBA! You know they have commercials now, Coach? They have freaking commercials. Unskippable commercials! This is where the industry's headed. This, and also, you know, Ultimate Team, no thank you. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, legit, what the F? Can I just jump down? Ah, I just wanted to jump down. Whee! Alright, where are we going? Not that way, apparently. I don't even know what I'm doing now. I'm just effing off. I'm effing it right in the A. Ah, yeah. Let it rain, bitches. Okay, why can I not go over a little freaking curb? Honestly, you're killing me, Smalls. You're freaking killing me. Okay, I need to get back out of here because I am not going the correct direction. Alright, so you've gotten to the goof-off portion of the stream. We've gotten all the business out of the way. This is just the part of stream where I just get to kind of let go, man. Just kind of have some fun and just kind of just chillax, man. Yeah, like, it's what I do. I think here's what I'm gonna do. Right now, my beautiful baby girl, she's taking a nap. So at any moment she could get up, and I think maybe that's when I'll end the stream. When I have to, adult. Right now, don't have to adult, so might as well keep the stream going, have some fun with you guys. Okay, so I'm inside. That's what he said. Oh, here, I was just looking the wrong freaking way. Ooh, I have something yellow this way. What is this? Here we go. Yep, this is it. This is it. God, it's not auto-scrolling. I always have to adult. I know, adulting's hard. I've said it in the past. I don't know if I've ever said it on a show, but I've said it in the past, like, the one thing I really feel like they should start to teach in school is to, like, actually how to adult. Because, I mean, like, if you look at the statistics, there are a lot more people staying in home with their, words, staying home with their parents. There's a lot more people doing that nowadays. And I feel like they really need to teach people how to be an adult. Oh, hey. I don't, but I get why you guys like dad jokes and The Office from hearing your stream. Yeah, I am a dad. I have a beautiful baby girl. She just turned 4 in May. So, what is going on? Okay, I need to follow this thingy. Do I go? See, usually it's like highlighted, I feel like. Not this time. Not today. Any holsters? What was I saying? Zoeanne, she's super awesome. She's just like the coolest thing ever. Oh yeah, that's right, Danny. You are a soon-to-be father. So I get to be... We'll be here early January. Nice! January, baby! It's gonna be Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn. January 12th is my birthday. So, just giving you something to shoot for. You're like, yes, random person on the internet. I'd love for my new bundle of joy to have the same freaking birthday as you. Well, first off, Danny, I'm not random, okay? Oh, shit. Well, I mean, Danny, in all seriousness, if you ever need, like, somebody to talk to you about, like, parenting stuff, and you're just looking for the positive side of things, I'm your guy. Like, the number one thing I felt like was the hardest for me is that when my wife Ashley was pregnant, we planned for it. It wasn't a surprise. Not saying that a surprise is a bad thing, but we planned for it. So it was like we were so excited. I had this one friend who, by all means wasn't like the most negative person, but it was hard to get excited because, like, he was talking about it from a maybe too real perspective and was focusing maybe a little bit too much on the negative side of certain things. So it really brought me down, and it really got me to the point where it's like I almost didn't want to talk about having a kid because I was just like dreading. Like, here's one thing I hated fucking hearing about, like, oh, get ready to lose sleep. And I'm like, well, yeah, that's what happens when a baby comes around. Like, there was just so many things that people would talk about that it's like, well, yeah, that's what happens when you have a kid. And there's so many people out there, and I can totally understand this, but there's so many people out there who like, they say that cliche thing. What's that cliche thing? That cliche thing is, oh, nobody ever told me how hard it was. And it's like, yeah, I can totally understand that, and I can feel for somebody. But the thing is like, I don't know. I was never not expecting something. What is going on? Did I miss something? This is just where I was before. Whatever. Dumb. There's definitely certain things, you know, I can't understate it too much. There's definitely certain things that, like, were a surprise to me, but, you know, I just had such a good experience. You know, I feel like the whole cliche, nobody ever told me, you know what I mean? My experience was like, I felt like everybody was telling me, and everybody might be, you know, a bit exaggerating, but I felt like everybody was telling me how hard it was going to be, how awful it was going to be. I'd watch movies, and in the movies, the people who had kids were miserable, and they didn't like being parents. But then at the end of the day, it's like, yay, parenting, you know what I mean? But still, the overall look about it was pretty much just like, being a parent sucks, and you hate your life, and all you're working for is that 1% of your day where your kid actually is nice to you or something. And so my impression always was that, you know, 90% of my day is going to be crap, and there's only going to be 10% of it that might actually be awesome. And so my personal, I have to put that caveat in there, my personal experience was the exact opposite. 10% of my day sucked, and 90% of my day was awesome. Because it's like, I have this bundle of joy, and it was so good. So having people, like, come and tell me how negative their experience is, or make jokes, you know those type of jokes, when somebody makes the joke, and you can tell that there's a part of them that actually believes it? You know what I mean? It's like, I actually believe this, but I'm covering it up by laughing. Ha 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 ha. You know, those type of jokes. And I hated hearing them. You know, it's almost like when you got married, and people would make the old ball of chain reference, you know what I mean? And it's like, me and my wife have never been traditional, I guess, is maybe the term. So it's like, you know, I'm allowed to be right, she's allowed to be wrong, and it works both ways. I'm allowed to be wrong, and in fact, I'm wrong a lot, she's wrong a lot, but it's like having this cliche outlook on a marriage, I feel like is so destructive, you know? And so having people make those dumb freaking comments about, oh, you know, ball and chain, remember, happy wife equals happy life, and it's like, well, considering that the divorce rate is how high, maybe you should also have a happy husband? You know, just saying. Maybe if both parties are happy, then both parties might actually want to stay with each other. But hey, I'm just a husband and my thoughts don't matter. So yeah! But anyways, so my point is I hated comments like those. And so when we were having a baby, you know, we were excited. We were so, you know, over the moon with joy, and we were just so excited. And so to be so excited for something and have somebody just tell you how shitty it is can be very disheartening. You know what I mean? Oh, hey, LOL, let me tell you how much of a surprise ours was. My wife had a birth control implant in her arm. Yes, that is possible. We had it taken out because it was affecting her well-being. Ooh, yeah, definitely. She got it taken out on April 1st. On April Fool's Day. Nice. And we were told we would be in the clear for 2 months. Yeah. Good luck on that. A month later, we were pregnant. Nice. That's funny. That's funny. But I mean, like, hopefully it was a happy accident, right? I mean, because that's definitely not something you want to hear. Oh, yeah, it's a surprise and I'm freaking out, you know, whatever. But hey, if you are freaking out, that's totally cool. It happens. Just because... Oh, wait, let's say, just because there's sacrifices and compromising doesn't mean it's all miserable to have kids and get married. Exactly. Exactly. Thank you. That was a very good way of putting it. But I feel like a lot of people get stuck behind you know, they're joking about it, but they're not really joking about it. And it's like there's so many people, and this happened with a lot of different people, not just the one person I was talking about before, but it happened with a lot of people where they thought they were trying to educate me, but they're really just telling me things that, like, everybody should know. And, you know, maybe it was just, I'm perfectly willing to admit this, maybe it was just because I was mentally ready. You know what I mean? I'm a very self-aware person, very self-aware about my emotions and my, you know, words. You know what I mean? I'm very self-aware, you know, like I have ADD and I'm very self-aware about it and how it affects me. I'm very self-aware about my depression and what kind of things trigger my depression and what kind of things trigger my anxiety. It doesn't help my depression or anxiety, but it at least makes me aware, and therefore I can kind of try to combat them. Or at least I don't feel so hopeless in the sense that the depression comes, I don't know why it's coming, and therefore, you know, it spirals me. I could still have spirals for sure, but I feel like because I'm self-aware, it's very much, it's just easier to combat. You know what I mean? So having said that, like, that's why, like, having a kid was not a big surprise for me, because it was like, it was something that I was kind of always expecting. And the way I like to say it, I know it's super cheesy, and you might just kind of roll your eyes at it. But honestly, one thing, especially after having Zoe Ann, and just how awesome, you know, being a parent can be. The one thing I always like to say is that, like, I feel like after having her, I feel like I was always a parent, and I was just waiting for her. Because there's so many things, I just, like, it all just came together. You know, changing a diaper, no problem. You know, waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning to make sure that she's okay, no problem. It was hard. Let me be clear. It was hard, but it was also just so worth it that how hard it was didn't come close. And I feel like in some people's circumstances, it was hard. Maybe they were expecting it to be hard, but the hardness isn't, or the goodness isn't quite outweighing the hardness. And it could just be because where they are personally. It could be where they are from a financial situation. You know, maybe they're having bad finances. Maybe they're at a bad place mentally. And so all these are big factors on having a kid and whether or not it's going to be a good experience for you. You know, another thing is she cried for sure. But me and my wife were in such a good place. I feel like the baby really understands things like that. And so when you keep it cool during the pregnancy, your baby is most likely going to keep it cool when it comes out. I know that sounds weird, but when it comes out, it's going to keep cool because it's like, you know what? Like, so like if you guys are freaking out, I highly suggest looking up some stuff about like meditation, because it's like it's going to do you freaking wonders. Wonders, guaranteed. You talk to somebody who was stressed the fuck out when they were pregnant, there's a chance that their baby was probably a freaking hellion. But you talk to somebody like me and my wife were very cool, collected. We were very much ready for it. We were very much like, we can't wait for it. And everything was positive. You know, she would have nights where she was not feeling too good, and we talked through it. We got through it together and everything. And what happened? The baby came out cool, collected, you know, just like mommy and daddy. Those vibes go through. She can hear the stress in your voice. You know, even though there's a layer of skin and fat there, she can hear you. Or he, you know, I guess, I don't know if you found out what you're having yet, but it's like they can pick up on that kind of stuff. And so if you're going to be stressed the fuck out, you are not doing yourself any favors for the future. I'm talking a lot now. I think the hardest part for me is just seeing how sick she gets sometimes. Oh, yes. That's the worst. Absolutely the worst. Because it's like, as a man, you know, it's like, oh, here I am with my dick, and I'm the cause of this fucking problem. Yeah, that could be the hardest part. Because it's like, you want to do something, but sometimes you can't. There's nothing you can do. Let me tell you this. Does she get morning sickness? Does she... Come on, you fucker. When does she get morning sickness? Because my girl, my baby, she got morning sickness, and it's just like, what can I say? You know, yeah, what can you say? You can try to be there. What really helped out my wife is she bought a lot of crackers, and she always kept crackers with her. Because, like, from a biological standpoint, sometimes the worst time you can have morning sickness, or the reason you have morning sickness, is because your stomach's actually empty. So a lot of times you could just be like dry heaving, you know, and obviously each body is going to be different, but actually some of the biological reasons for being morning sick is because you don't have anything in your belly. So what my wife started doing, and what worked for her, is she started carrying crackers around with her all the time. And so if she ever started feeling even just a little hungry, she'd start eating some crackers. And that way her stomach was basically never empty, you know, or never empty enough to give her that nauseous feeling. God, we turned into a a parenting podcast right now. That's definitely something I'd like to do. Like, I've been trying to, like, get my wife and guilt her into doing shit like that. Yeah, another hard point, too, is that she has gluten intolerance, so she can't have crackers. Okay, so crackers is just a really good example, but having some sort of snack is definitely something you guys should talk about. If she hasn't already. If she hasn't already started doing something like that, having some kind of snack, you know, whether it be carrots, whether it be, you know, anything gluten-free. I mean, I guess I don't know what includes gluten. Crackers, obviously, grain kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe carrots. So I mean, maybe what she should do is actually, like, carry around like a little cooler, you know, so she can keep her carrots cool, or she can keep, you know, whatever snack. I don't know, a sandwich? Well, no, I guess bread. Is there gluten-free bread? I don't know. Point is, some kind of snack. Whatever that snack is, obviously it's dealer's choice. So, but whatever that snack is, carry it around with you. Woo! Yeah, parenting podcast where you have a daughter and I am a soon-to-be dad. You know, that would be kind of cool. You know, it's like I'm helping out a new dad and stuff. And then that also would be interesting because it would come from two places. From somebody who doesn't know anything, so then we can kind of see your journey and how it is. And then we can go from, like, so it'd basically be like the veteran and the noob in a way. I'm the veteran of dad and you're the noob of dadding or whatever. But yeah, I tried to get my wife and guilt her into doing shit with me, but so far I have not been able to do it. No, don't get on the ground, you weirdo. How is that good? How is that a good... AI can be a little stupid, I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say you're a little stupid if you're just gonna lay down and take it. Danny, I'm so down. Yeah? Yeah? We can talk about it, buddy. We can talk about it for sure. What's going on? Where are they? There we go. One's there. I don't know if it's just because I've never noticed it, but when I go up against cover, this thing moves. I don't know if it's just me, but I've never noticed that. So I don't know if it's new, something they've just recently added, or if it's always been there and I just haven't been paying attention. So I swear to God, I don't remember. Oh, shit. Oh. Come on, get up, you little fucker. Shit. He isn't good. Need to find me someone else. Where is he? Where the fuck is he? God damn it. There we go. There you go. He's suppressed. How is that suppressed? You're standing up, jackass. Yeah, gotcha. So See what I'm talking about with the machine gun and shotgun combo? Got him suppressing and then got up on him. Got up on him. I like that y'all picked such a low-key game like Division for AMA. Hey, it's pretty low-key. I mean, I'm able to whoop some ass and I don't even have to think about it. You know why? Because I'm a motherfucking boss. I've done okay. I've done alright. I'm just getting into this. Like I said, this is the hangout parts of it. So I'm doing more cool stuff. Plus, and also in our defense, this was gonna be like a hangouts. We were just gonna do a hangouts. But since we had like literally 2 people RSVP, it's like, well, I guess let's just treat this more like a. Ow, damn it, that hurt. Let's make this more of a stream because we didn't feel like we needed to put on as big of a show for you guys. And obviously that sounded horrible. We didn't need to be as fuck off and die. But we didn't need to. I mean, the easiest way to put it is that we didn't need to fucking impress you. I know that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible. But we don't have to fucking impress you. You guys are awesome. You know what I mean? You're already on our side. The whole point of the AMA was to get people to give us feedback, to, you know, tell us what they thought about it, and what we can do moving forward, you know. It sounds worse. I made it sound worse than it actually is. But since it was just you guys who RSVP'd, we were like, you know what? Let's just make it cool so that, you know, we can keep it cool. I wish I had a camera right now because I'm doing things with my hands. And I'm just like, just keep it cool, man. Just keep it. You know what? Just keep it cool. They know us. They know us. It's all right. It's aight, as some people would say. Yeah, it's just you. It's just Danny. I mean, you're a mod. Let's not get too high and heavy about yourself. You're a mod. You know how shit works here. I don't have to explain shit to you, other than apparently why did we choose TX3 Productions. Oh, shit. Like I said, I'm making it sound a lot worse than it is. Because the bottom line is, you know, since it was just going to be you guys, it was just like, you know, let's make it a little bit more casual, a little bit more personal. You know, maybe that's what I should have said from the very beginning, is personal. Personal. Hey, number 1, stay out of my personal space. 2, personal space. 3, gotta remember that personal space. 4, personal space. 5, keep out of my personal space. And if you don't understand that reference, I just don't know if you're a human being, honestly. Yeah. I hope that's really loud in your ear. I really... Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Mod lives matter! Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I know. Like I said, I made it sound so bad. It really isn't that bad. We didn't want it to come to this, okay? We really didn't. Look at all this art. Die, art! Let's just top this off. Die! Why don't you love me, Daddy? Daddy! Why don't you love me? See if this, like... Nah, man. She's cool. She's good. She don't need... Oh. That's an indestructible vase. This is such an unrealistic game. I am not playing it anymore. Ooh! Sorry, Daddy had a little burp. That sounded too sexual. Or not sexual enough. Honestly, you decide. Deer! 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 No! I didn't get it. He's way back there now. Damn it. Oh, there's a rat! Rat! Bird! Shit! Come on! Yeah! Oh, hi, baby. I'm sorry. Was I being loud? I'm sorry, baby. Where's mommy? I'm so sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Mommy went to work. She's gonna be back in a little bit, okay? I know, baby. Somebody got up from their nap. Maybe just a little grumpy. I know, poor Zoe. It's probably because Daddy was being loud. Was Daddy being loud? I'm sorry, honey. I didn't mean to. Well, I sort of did, but you know. I love you, honey. See, now I got a snuggle bomb. Snuggle bomb? I didn't mean bomb. Snuggle bug. Got a snuggle bug. Snuggle bug. Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I won't tickle you. Alright, what the hell was I doing? Alright, let's do this shit. Is that that's a green guy. Oh, jeez. Okay. Shit, you fucker. Gotcha. Alright. Snuggle bong. No, that's not what I said. I said bomb. As in B-O-M-B. Okay, honey. Alrighty. I'm gonna end the stream now. Everybody have a good day. You wanna say bye-bye? Okay, honey. Okay. Alright, guys. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna try to have another one, so hopefully more people can join. Bye-bye!